Last block. So our last block of training, we're going to call this the peaking block. We are going to work on several different parts. The first part will always start with a heavy primer. So primers up to now have been with the intention of helping you build your technique and your speed. Once we get to this part, because we are training slightly differently, these primers are going to build up. So we're going to work between like 40 to 70%. And the concept of these now are preparing you for those heavy singles afterwards, okay? So we start with a heavy primer. We're going to start with a snatch high pull, a snatch, and a snatch balance. There's three elements here, and all three of them have their own intention. The high pull is to get that bar high enough and make sure we're ingraining the full entire movement. Pulling the bar nice and high is going to give us that confidence that we can get underneath it. And then we're going to go into a snatch, ideally a squat snatch, because we want to be as technical as we can, followed by a snatch balance. The snatch balance is going to allow us to concentrate on punching and locking out that bar and speed underneath. So it's a really good exercise for us to build that strength and build up our preparation. When it comes to our clean and jerk, we're doing slightly different. The concept on this, I'll explain the complex first. It's a clean pull, a low hang clean, a front squat, and then a split jerk. The clean pull, we are aiming to get the bar up to about belly button or above. The reason I don't like to cue as much clean high pull is because actually we don't need to get that bar that high. Okay, if we can get the bar to just above our belly button, then there's a good chance that we can get underneath it and we can attack that clean. Okay, so it's just to keep it really specific. So a clean pull. Then we're going to go into a low hang clean. I really freaking like a low hang clean. The reason for that is that it's allowing us to strengthen through the positions, but really get that like mind-muscle connection when it comes to drilling the position. Afterwards, we go into a front squat. The purpose of this is to, again, develop that bottom squat position, but also to allow us to really pop that bar and get our hands up into a nice jerk position. As we stand, maybe when we hit the clean, we might not hit the perfect clean, okay? But if we work on making sure as we stand up, we attack that position and pop that bar out into a full grip, especially in that front squat, which is where we can have that nice control on the way down, then we are going to be able to reinforce that when it comes to doing clean and jerks later. Followed by split jerk, which is going to develop the bottom of the jerk and the top of the position and our footwork. So really allow us to ingrain movement patterns as we build up. This block in particular, we're going to work on full lifts, the snatch and clean and jerk as full movements. That's going to be worked at about 85%, which is probably up there in terms of our intensity. Maybe the weights that we might be missing. We're then going to go into some snatch pulls and clean pulls. These are going to be in excess of our snatch and clean and jerk. And the concept of these are that by building up to percentages heavier than we can clean in excess and building strength through those positions allows us to develop our strength at that higher numbers and build up confidence even further that we can do the movement even though we don't turn over. The joy is that we can keep all the positions the same and we haven't got to worry about turning over. So those movements can be really good. We're then going to work on two movements overhead. On the snatch day, we will do a snatch balance. The reason for that is we want to continue to overload that strength like the pull. And then on the behind the neck jerk, it's going to allow us to reinforce, keeping a nice upright torso in the dip and drive, but also allowing us to kick those feet out. Okay? We've worked so much on the behind the neck push press, it's a natural progression to move on to the behind the neck push or split jerk. The reason that we would do these movements is to overload strength, but also re-ingrain technique, and also the law of specificity in the fact that we want to keep the movements as specific as we can. By working a snatch balance and 7 overhead squat, we're reinforcing that punch underneath the bar and punching that bar to the ceiling, absorbing that heavier weight. By working the behind the neck split jerk, we are exactly the same. We're absorbing that landing in that split jerk and getting our feet out into the right place. The benefits of doing this particular block for everyone is slightly different. Maybe you're a beginner or maybe you're just joining Iron Tribe at this point. Amazing, okay? You're going to get loads of opportunities to practice the full movements and get a great understanding of them, okay? under no real time constraint, okay? When we're in classes, we've got 10 minutes, we've got to smash through it, and then we're getting into our Metcon. This is a good 20 minutes worth of work on the full movements, and with a coach in a small group atmosphere, okay? Classes have 16, Iron Tribe's usually about 6. So you've got loads of opportunity to really get that movement ingrained and just get that much more technical. You can make adaptations at optimal percentages. So what I mean by that is 85% is a really big number, and we can make changes, we can make as we go at that type of percentage. It's singles, so you're just doing one rep and you're really attacking that rep, okay? It's gonna carry over so well into your strength work as well. So we just want to be tackling this as well as we can. It's going to build strength and confidence in the movements. By practicing the movements, you're going to get better at the movements. To get good at anything, okay, you need to do it 1,000 times, and you need to do it 1,000 times well. So by doing these sessions, you're going to give yourself that opportunity to get further faster, okay? Like Mikey has put in some of his Substack, we need to get through the movement, get through the adaptation where we're learning stuff, and we want to get to the point that we're autonomous. It becomes ingrained, and we make small changes to improve our form. So much of it's taken care of because we've done it so many times. Last thing I wanted to mention on here is that we can be purposeful with it because we're working on those movements, but also we're going to take advantage of the phrase that I have with my clients, which is strike while the iron is hot, okay? So what's that mean? That means that every single session, if it's going well, is a PB session, okay? You, at the end of your sessions, on the last 4 or 5 singles, can go for a PB, okay? And the reason that I've been put this in there, which probably needs a bit of explaining, is that not every day you're going to feel like you can come in and hit 110% or 100% of your snatch. Some days, you've not had enough sleep. You've not had enough rest, you've worked a freaking extra long day. Maybe you've gone out driving, you've sat in the car longer. So many other fundamental factors that actually if we just have one testing day, it takes so much of the chance or the ability for us to PB away, because actually if we're tired, it might be that actually we can achieve more on one session than the other. So having that opportunity, that session to really work on building up, over 4 sessions allows you to really hit some really big weights, and hopefully all of you can PB over this block. As I say, this is my last block. I'm coaching some of it because Mikey's away on holiday, but for the ones that I'm not here, as long as I'm not coaching, I'm actually going to try my best to jump in, just so I can be part of the vibe for those last 4 weeks before Mikey takes over both the programming and the class, the Iron Tribe. So please come in if you can, and enjoy the last couple of sessions with me. I'm also going to put a couple of Instagram handles into this post, because I'm going to follow this video with a post of some people which have really influenced me and helped me with my coaching, and also helped me with my own lifting. So if you're looking for people that you're going to find inspirational but also helpful in terms of your progression, then they're going to be there for you. Okay. Thank you very much for all you guys for attending Iron Tribe, and I hope Mikey smashes it and you guys are only going to kick on more because he is really motivated.